What the church doesn't want you to know: Mary Magdalene's dark secret about Jesus. Mary Magdalene has captivated the imagination of scholars, theologians, and the general public for centuries. Her story is one of mystery, devotion, and controversy, a tapestry woven with threads of faith, history, and cultural reinterpretation. To many, she remains one of the most enigmatic figures in the New Testament, simultaneously revered and misunderstood. From her role in the life of Jesus to the secret knowledge she is believed to have carried, Mary Magdalene's legacy is both profound and contested, making her a focal point of intrigue in both religious and secular contexts. Mary Magdalene's introduction in the New Testament places her among the closest followers of Jesus. Unlike many figures in the Bible, her presence is marked by her unwavering loyalty and her pivotal role in key events, including the crucifixion and resurrection. Yet, despite her prominence, the details of her life remain sparse and open to interpretation. The Gospels do not explicitly describe her origins or her life before meeting Jesus, though tradition suggests she hailed from the town of Magdala, a fishing village on the western shore of the Sea of Galilee. This connection is the source of her moniker, Magdalene, which distinguishes her from other Marys mentioned in the Bible. Her association with Jesus begins in a dramatic and transformative moment. According to the Gospel of Luke, Mary Magdalene was healed by Jesus, who cast out 7 demons from her. This act of healing marked the start of her journey as a devoted disciple. The number 7, often symbolic in biblical texts, may imply a profound spiritual renewal, suggesting that Mary experienced a complete transformation under Jesus' care. From this moment, she became a steadfast follower, accompanying him during his ministry and supporting him financially, a fact noted in the Gospel of Luke. This detail is significant as it indicates her independence and agency, qualities that set her apart in a patriarchal society. As the narrative of Jesus' life unfolds, Mary Magdalene's role grows increasingly significant. She is present at the crucifixion, one of the few who remained with Jesus in his final hours, while many of his male disciples fled in fear. This act of loyalty underscores her courage and devotion, traits that would later cement her place as a central figure in the Christian tradition. Her presence at the tomb on the morning of the resurrection further elevates her importance. According to the Gospel of John, she is the first to witness the risen Christ and is tasked with delivering the news to the disciples. This moment, often referred to as the first proclamation of the resurrection, positions Mary Magdalene as a messenger of divine truth, a role traditionally reserved for the apostles. However, despite her prominent role in the gospel narratives, Mary Magdalene's legacy has been subject to significant distortion over the centuries. Early Christian communities revered her as a key figure, but later traditions conflated her with other women in the Bible, most notably the unnamed sinner who anoints Jesus' feet in the Gospel of Luke. This conflation, solidified in the 6th century by Pope Gregory I, effectively recast Mary Magdalene as a repentant prostitute, a characterization that overshadowed her true contributions. This misrepresentation persisted for centuries, shaping popular perceptions of her character and diminishing her role as a spiritual leader. The rediscovery of Gnostic texts in the modern era, particularly the Gospel of Mary, has reignited interest in Mary Magdalene's true legacy. These texts, long suppressed and excluded from the canonical Bible, present a radically different perspective on her relationship with Jesus and her role in early Christianity. The Gospel of Mary portrays her as a confidant of Jesus, entrusted with esoteric teachings that delve into the nature of sin, salvation, and the metaphysical realities of existence. In this text, Mary emerges as a spiritual leader, offering comfort and guidance to the disciples after Jesus' departure. Her unique insights and profound understanding of Jesus' teachings challenged traditional narratives, suggesting that she held a special place among his followers. The idea of Mary Magdalene as a bearer of secret knowledge has fueled speculation and inspired countless interpretations, from scholarly works to popular culture. Some suggest that she was not only a disciple, but also a partner to Jesus, sharing an intimate and spiritual bond that transcended conventional relationships. This interpretation, while controversial, has gained traction in modern discourse, particularly in light of cultural phenomena like Dan Brown's The Da Vinci Code. Such works, while fictional, have sparked renewed interest in the hidden aspects of Mary Magdalene's story and the possibility of deliberate suppression of her true role by institutional authorities. At the heart of these discussions lies the question of why Mary Magdalene's story has been so consistently misrepresented and marginalized. Was it a deliberate attempt to suppress her influence and diminish her contributions to the early Christian movement? Or was it a result of historical and cultural biases that sought to relegate women to secondary roles? Whatever the reason, the enduring fascination with Mary Magdalene speaks to the power of her story and the profound impact she continues to have on both faith and scholarship. Mary Magdalene's journey, from her healing by Jesus to her role as the first witness of the resurrection, is a testament to her resilience, faith, and courage. Her story challenges us to look beyond traditional narratives and explore the deeper truths of her life and legacy. As one of the most compelling figures in the New Testament, she invites us to question, to seek, and to rediscover the richness of her contributions to the Christian tradition and beyond. The Gospel of Mary has long been a source of fascination and controversy within the study of early Christian texts. As one of the key Gnostic Gospels, it provides a perspective on Mary Magdalene that is distinct from the canonical accounts found in the New Testament. The Gospel presents Mary as a central figure in the early Christian movement, a leader who possesses unique insights and teachings bestowed upon her by Jesus. This depiction not only elevates her status among the disciples, but also challenges traditional understandings of the early church and its hierarchy. The origins of the Gospel of Mary remain shrouded in mystery. Scholars generally agree that it was written in the 2nd century AD, a time when the Christian faith was still evolving and grappling with various theological interpretations. The text itself survives only in fragments, discovered in the 19th and 20th centuries, with the most complete version found in a 5th century papyrus codex. Despite its fragmented nature, the Gospel of Mary offers a profound glimpse into the spiritual and philosophical ideas that were circulating among early Christian communities. One of the most striking aspects of the Gospel of Mary is its focus on Mary Magdalene as a recipient of secret teachings from Jesus. These teachings delve into profound metaphysical concepts, such as the nature of sin, the essence of matter, and the path to salvation. Unlike the canonical Gospels, which emphasize the narrative of Jesus' life, death, and resurrection, the Gospel of Mary explores the inner dimensions of faith and the spiritual journey of the individual. It is a text that challenges the reader to move beyond surface-level understanding and engage with deeper, esoteric truths. A central theme in the Gospel of Mary is the rejection of sin as an external force. In a dialogue between Jesus and his disciples, sin is described not as an inherent aspect of human nature, but as something that arises from human actions and desires. This perspective shifts the focus from a punitive view of sin to one that emphasizes personal responsibility and self-awareness. The Gospel further explores the idea that salvation is achieved by transcending the material world and returning to a state of unity with the divine. This process involves recognizing the illusory nature of physical existence and embracing the spiritual essence that lies within. Mary Magdalene's role in the Gospel is pivotal. After Jesus' departure, the disciples are depicted as confused and fearful, uncertain of how to proceed without their teacher. It is Mary who steps forward to comfort and guide them, sharing the teachings she received from Jesus. Her strength and clarity in this moment highlight her unique position as a leader and a source of wisdom. This portrayal stands in stark contrast to the traditional image of Mary as a repentant sinner. offering a vision of her as a powerful and capable figure in the early Christian movement. The text also reveals the challenges Mary faced within her own community. Some of the male disciples question her authority and the legitimacy of the teachings she claims to have received. This skepticism reflects broader tensions within the early church regarding the roles of women and the distribution of spiritual knowledge. Despite this resistance, Mary remains steadfast, defending her worthiness and emphasizing the authenticity of her relationship with Jesus. Her resilience in the face of doubt underscores her significance as a spiritual leader and a symbol of empowerment. The philosophical ideas presented in the Gospel of Mary resonate with broader themes in Gnostic thought. Gnosticism, a diverse and often misunderstood movement within early Christianity, emphasized the importance of personal spiritual knowledge, gnosis, as a path to salvation. Gnostic texts often challenge orthodox interpretations of Scripture, offering alternative perspectives on key theological concepts. The Gospel of Mary is no exception, providing a vision of faith that is deeply introspective and transformative. The rediscovery of the Gospel of Mary in modern times has sparked renewed interest in Mary Magdalene and her role in early Christianity. For centuries, her story was overshadowed by misconceptions and misrepresentations, but texts like the Gospel of Mary offer a chance to re-examine her legacy. This rediscovery has also fueled debates about the nature of the early church and the diversity of beliefs that existed within it. The Gospel of Mary serves as a reminder that Christianity, in its formative years, was far from monolithic, encompassing a wide range of perspectives and interpretations. The Gospel's emphasis on the inner journey of the soul and the rejection of material attachments speaks to universal themes that transcend religious boundaries. It invites readers to reflect on their own spiritual path and to seek a deeper understanding of their relationship with the divine. Mary Magdalene's role as a guide and a source of wisdom reinforces the idea that spiritual insight is not confined to traditional authority figures, but can be found in unexpected places and people. In exploring the Gospel of Mary, one cannot help but confront the question of why such texts were excluded from the canonical Bible. Was it a matter of theological disagreement, or were there deeper, more political motives at play? The exclusion of texts like the Gospel of Mary reflects the struggles within the early church to define orthodoxy and establish a unified doctrine. In this context, Mary Magdalene's prominence and the radical ideas presented in her Gospel may have been seen as a threat to the emerging structure of ecclesiastical authority. Despite its exclusion, the Gospel of Mary has endured as a testament to the richness and complexity of early Christian thought. It offers a glimpse into a spiritual tradition that values personal insight and the transformative power of divine wisdom. Mary Magdalene's story, as told through this Gospel, challenges us to reconsider the narratives we have inherited and to seek a more nuanced understanding of faith and history. In the end, the Gospel of Mary is not just a text about Mary Magdalene, it is a reflection of the human quest for meaning and the desire to connect with something greater than ourselves. It is a story of resilience, wisdom, and the enduring power of spiritual knowledge. Through this Gospel, Mary Magdalene's legacy shines brightly, inspiring generations to look beyond the surface and explore the deeper truths of existence. Mary Magdalene's prominence in the biblical narrative, particularly her role as the first witness to the resurrection, is unparalleled among the disciples. Yet for centuries, her image has been overshadowed by misconceptions and misrepresentations, often shaped by later Christian tradition rather than the Gospel accounts themselves. To fully understand Mary Magdalene's significance, it is crucial to disentangle the biblical accounts from the layers of distortion that have accumulated over time. By doing so, we can uncover the true essence of her character and the profound role she played in the early Christian movement. The New Testament offers a glimpse into Mary Magdalene's life and her relationship with Jesus, although the details are often sparse. She is introduced in the Gospel of Luke as a woman who had been healed by Jesus, who cast out 7 demons from her. This act of healing marks a transformative moment in her life, symbolizing her liberation from suffering and her entry into a new spiritual journey. The number 7, often symbolic of completeness in biblical texts, suggests that her healing was not merely physical or emotional, but encompassed her entire being. From this moment forward, Mary became one of Jesus' most devoted followers, accompanying him throughout his ministry and supporting him financially, as noted in Luke's Gospel. Mary Magdalene's loyalty and courage are particularly evident in the events surrounding Jesus' crucifixion and resurrection. While many of the male disciples fled in fear, Mary remained steadfast, standing by the cross as Jesus endured his final moments. This act of devotion underscores her unwavering faith and her deep connection to Jesus. In the Gospel accounts, she is consistently portrayed as a figure of strength and resilience, qualities that set her apart in a time when women were often relegated to the margins of society. The resurrection narrative further elevates Mary Magdalene's significance. According to the Gospel of John, she is the first person to encounter the risen Christ. This moment, often referred to as the first proclamation of the resurrection, positions her as a central figure in the Christian story. Jesus entrusts her with the task of delivering the news of his resurrection to the disciples, effectively making her the first messenger of the gospel. This role, traditionally associated with the apostles, highlights her unique relationship with Jesus and her importance within the early Christian community. Despite her prominence in the gospel accounts, Mary Magdalene's image was later distorted by conflations and misinterpretations. In the 6th century, Pope Gregory I delivered a series of sermons that erroneously identified Mary Magdalene with the unnamed sinful woman who anoints Jesus' feet in the Gospel of Luke. This conflation, which was not supported by the gospel texts themselves, recast Mary Magdalene as a repentant prostitute, a characterization that would persist for centuries. This misrepresentation not only diminished her role as a disciple and a witness to the resurrection, but also reinforced patriarchal stereotypes that sought to undermine the authority of women in the church. The conflation of Mary Magdalene with other figures in the Gospels is further complicated by the ambiguity surrounding her identity. The name Mary was common in 1st century Judea, leading to confusion among the various Marys mentioned in the New Testament. In addition to Mary Magdalene, there is Mary, the mother of Jesus, Mary of Bethany, the sister of Martha and Lazarus, and several other women named Mary who appear in the Gospel narratives. The lack of clarity in distinguishing these figures has contributed to the enduring misconceptions about Mary Magdalene's character and role. Modern scholarship has sought to restore Mary Magdalene's true legacy by revisiting the Gospel accounts and examining the historical and cultural context of her story. Scholars emphasize that there is no evidence in the canonical Gospels to suggest that Mary Magdalene was a prostitute or that her life before meeting Jesus was marked by sin. Instead, the texts portray her as a faithful disciple, a witness to Jesus' most significant moments, and a leader within the early Christian community. One of the most significant aspects of Mary Magdalene's story is her role as a witness to the resurrection. In the patriarchal society of 1st century Judea, the testimony of women was often disregarded or considered less reliable than that of men. The fact that all 4 Gospels highlight Mary Magdalene as the first witness to the resurrection is therefore remarkable. This detail underscores the transformative nature of Jesus' teachings, which consistently elevated the marginalized and challenged societal norms. By entrusting Mary Magdalene with the message of the resurrection, Jesus reaffirmed the dignity and value of women within the Christian movement. Mary Magdalene's story also raises important questions about the nature of discipleship and leadership in the early church. The Gospel accounts depict her as a close companion of Jesus, one who understood his teachings and shared in his mission. Her role as a messenger of the resurrection suggests that she held a position of authority within the early Christian community, a notion that challenges traditional hierarchies and invites a broader understanding of leadership. The rediscovery of texts like the Gospel of Mary has further illuminated Mary Magdalene's significance. These texts, long excluded from the canonical Bible, present her as a spiritual leader and a source of wisdom. In the Gospel of Mary, she is depicted as receiving secret teachings from Jesus and offering guidance to the other disciples after his departure. Her resilience in the face of skepticism and her ability to articulate profound spiritual truths highlight her unique role in the early Christian movement. Mary Magdalene's story is a testament to the power of faith, courage, and resilience. Her journey, from her healing by Jesus to her role as a witness to the resurrection, reflects the transformative potential of the gospel message. Despite centuries of misrepresentation, her legacy endures as a symbol of devotion, leadership, and the enduring quest for truth. As one of the most prominent figures in the New Testament, Mary Magdalene continues to inspire and challenge us to explore the depths of faith and the richness of the Christian tradition. Mary Magdalene's role as a spiritual leader and her profound understanding of Jesus' teachings have long made her a figure of fascination and debate. While much of her story has been obscured by centuries of misrepresentation, her unique position among Jesus' followers shines through in various texts, including the Gospel of Mary. The philosophical and theological ideas attributed to her in these texts offer a glimpse into a deeply spiritual perspective that transcends the constraints of traditional religious dogma. These insights not only elevate Mary Magdalene's status, but also challenge conventional interpretations of sin, salvation, and the nature of the divine. The Gospel of Mary reveals a radical rethinking of sin, presenting it not as a universal stain or a force external to humanity, but as something deeply rooted in human desires and actions. In this text, sin is described as a product of ignorance, a failure to recognize the true nature of reality and the divine essence that exists within all beings. This view diverges from the punitive understanding of sin that dominated later Christian theology, offering instead a more introspective and transformative approach. By understanding and overcoming ignorance, individuals are seen as capable of transcending sin and reconnecting with their divine source. Mary Magdalene's teachings in the Gospel also delve into the nature of the material world and its relationship to the spiritual realm. The text suggests that the physical world is transient and illusory, a veil that obscures the eternal truths of the spiritual realm. Salvation, in this context, is not about escaping punishment or earning reward, but about restoring all matter to its original, divine essence. This process involves recognizing the interconnectedness of all creation and aligning oneself with the ultimate source of life and light. One of the most compelling aspects of Mary Magdalene's role in the Gospel is her ability to comfort and guide the disciples after Jesus' departure. In the text, the disciples are depicted as fearful and uncertain, struggling to comprehend their mission without their teacher's presence. Mary steps forward with a sense of calm and authority, sharing the wisdom she received from Jesus and encouraging the disciples to continue spreading his teachings. Her strength and clarity in this moment highlight her unique position as a spiritual leader and a source of inspiration for the early Christian community. The dialogue between Mary Magdalene and the disciples also reveals the challenges she faced within her own community. Some of the male disciples, notably Peter, question her authority and the legitimacy of the teachings she claims to have received. This skepticism reflects broader tensions within the early church regarding the roles of women and the distribution of spiritual knowledge. Despite this resistance, Mary remains steadfast, defending her insights and emphasizing the authenticity of her relationship with Jesus. Her resilience in the face of doubt and opposition underscores her significance as a figure of empowerment and wisdom. Mary Magdalene's ability to transcend traditional understandings of faith and creation is a central theme in her story. Her teachings emphasize the importance of inner knowledge and the transformative power of the divine within. By merging her faith with a deep understanding of spiritual truths, she embodies the potential for human beings to connect with the divine and manifest its reality in their lives. This idea is symbolically linked to the concept of the Holy Grail, which in some interpretations represents the power of belief to shape and transform reality. The notion of the Holy Grail as a metaphor for spiritual transformation has inspired countless interpretations, many of which center on Mary Magdalene's unique role in the Christian tradition. In some narratives, she is seen as the custodian of secret knowledge or the bearer of divine wisdom that has the power to unlock human potential. This interpretation aligns with the themes of the Gospel of Mary, which presents her as a visionary who bridges the gap between the earthly and the divine. The philosophical insights attributed to Mary Magdalene in the Gospel also resonate with broader themes in Gnostic thought. Gnosticism, with its emphasis on personal spiritual knowledge, gnosis, and the rejection of material attachments, offers a framework for understanding her teachings. The Gospel of Mary, like other Gnostic texts, invites readers to explore the depths of their own spiritual journey and to seek a direct connection with the divine. This perspective challenges traditional religious hierarchies and emphasizes the transformative power of individual insight. Modern interpretations of Mary Magdalene's story expand on her legacy, suggesting that her spiritual connection was not limited to her relationship with Jesus as a historical figure, but extended to a deeper understanding of the divine source itself. In this view, Mary represents the human capacity to transcend limitations and achieve a state of unity with the eternal. Her ability to create life through faith and her understanding of the interconnectedness of all creation serve as powerful metaphors for the potential within every individual. The enduring mystery of Mary Magdalene and the teachings attributed to her continue to inspire discussions about faith, love, and human potential. Her story challenges us to look beyond traditional narratives and explore the deeper truths of existence. Whether seen as a historical figure, a spiritual visionary, or a symbolic archetype, Mary Magdalene embodies the transformative power of faith and the enduring quest for understanding. Through her teachings and her resilience, she invites us to embrace both faith and reason, seeking our own connection to the divine and the infinite possibilities it offers. The enduring legacy of Mary Magdalene is one of mystery, faith, and profound spiritual insight, yet it is also marked by centuries of controversy and misrepresentation. As we delve deeper into her story, it becomes clear that her significance in early Christianity extends far beyond the limited and often distorted portrayals she has been subjected to. Her life and teachings, particularly as depicted in the Gospel of Mary and other texts, offer a rich and nuanced understanding of faith, love, and the human potential for divine connection. Her journey challenges us to reconcile the historical, theological, and symbolic aspects of her legacy, inspiring both devotion and critical reflection. Central to Mary Magdalene's story is her unique relationship with Jesus, a connection that has been the subject of much speculation and interpretation. In the canonical Gospels, her role as a devoted follower and the first witness to the resurrection underscores her importance within Jesus' inner circle. She is depicted as a figure of unwavering loyalty and courage, qualities that set her apart in a time and culture where women were often marginalized. Yet, her prominence in these accounts has led to questions about the nature of her relationship with Jesus and the special knowledge she is believed to have received from him. The Gospel of Mary provides a glimpse into this deeper connection, portraying Mary Magdalene as a confidant and spiritual leader who understood Jesus' teachings on a profound level. Her insights into sin, salvation, and the nature of the divine highlight her role as a visionary, someone who transcended traditional understandings of faith and creation. This depiction challenges conventional narratives, suggesting that Mary held a unique place among Jesus' disciples, not only as a witness to his life and resurrection, but also as a bearer of esoteric knowledge that could guide others on their spiritual journey. The idea of Mary Magdalene as a custodian of secret teachings has sparked both fascination and controversy. Some interpretations, inspired by texts like the Gospel of Mary and popular works such as the Da Vinci Code, suggest that she held knowledge deliberately suppressed by the early Church. These interpretations often center on the notion that Mary's prominence and the spiritual authority she represented posed a threat to the patriarchal structures of the emerging Christian hierarchy. Whether these claims hold historical accuracy or are simply imaginative extrapolations, they underscore the enduring intrigue surrounding Mary Magdalene's role and legacy. One of the most compelling aspects of Mary Magdalene's story is her resilience in the face of doubt and opposition. The Gospel of Mary vividly illustrates the challenges she faced within her own community, particularly from male disciples who questioned her authority and the legitimacy of the teachings she claimed to have received. This skepticism reflects broader tensions within the early Church regarding the roles of women and the distribution of spiritual knowledge. Despite this resistance, Mary remained steadfast, defending her insights and emphasizing the authenticity of her relationship with Jesus. Her ability to persevere and assert her worthiness as a spiritual leader highlights her strength and determination, qualities that continue to inspire. Mary Magdalene's resilience is also evident in her role as a messenger of the resurrection, a responsibility that placed her at the heart of the Christian story. In a patriarchal society where the testimony of women was often dismissed, her position as the first witness to the risen Christ and the bearer of this message to the disciples was groundbreaking. This moment, recorded in all 4 canonical Gospels, not only elevates Mary's status, but also challenges societal norms, affirming the transformative nature of Jesus' teachings and their capacity to uplift the marginalized. The symbolic dimensions of Mary Magdalene's story further enrich her legacy. She is often associated with themes of redemption, transformation, and the search for divine truth. In some interpretations, she represents the human soul's journey toward enlightenment, a process of overcoming ignorance and reconnecting with the divine source. This symbolism aligns with the philosophical and theological ideas presented in the Gospel of Mary, which emphasize the importance of inner knowledge and the interconnectedness of all creation. Modern interpretations of Mary Magdalene have sought to reclaim her legacy from the distortions of history, emphasizing her role as a spiritual leader and a source of wisdom. These interpretations often draw on both historical scholarship and contemporary spiritual perspectives, presenting Mary as a figure who transcends traditional boundaries and invites us to explore the deeper dimensions of faith and existence. Her story challenges us to question established narratives and to seek a more inclusive and nuanced understanding of early Christianity and its teachings. The enduring mystery of Mary Magdalene lies not only in the details of her life, but also in the profound impact she has had on faith, culture, and the human imagination. Her journey, from a devoted follower of Jesus to a symbol of spiritual insight and resilience, reflects the transformative power of faith and the potential for divine connection within us all. Whether seen as a historical figure, a spiritual visionary, or a symbolic archetype, Mary Magdalene continues to inspire and challenge us to embrace both faith and reason, seeking our own path to understanding and enlightenment. As we reflect on Mary Magdalene's story, it becomes clear that her legacy is not confined to the past, but continues to resonate in the present. Her teachings, as preserved in the Gospel of Mary and other texts, offer timeless insights into the nature of sin, salvation, and the divine. Her courage and resilience remind us of the importance of standing firm in the face of doubt and opposition, while her role as a spiritual leader invites us to explore the transformative power of inner knowledge and divine connection. Through her story, Mary Magdalene challenges us to look beyond traditional narratives and to seek the deeper truths that lie at the heart of faith and human potential. The legacy of Mary Magdalene and the gospel attributed to her represent not only a chapter in Christian history, but also a profound exploration of the human quest for spiritual understanding. While historical accuracy regarding the Gospel of Mary and Mary Magdalene's role in early Christianity remains debated, her story continues to resonate with themes of faith, resilience, and transformation. Her narrative challenges traditional hierarchies and established doctrines, inviting a deeper engagement with both the historical record and the spiritual truths that transcend time. The Gospel of Mary, though incomplete, offers a window into the diversity of thought that characterized early Christianity. It reflects a community deeply concerned with questions of the soul, the nature of sin, and the path to salvation. In this Gospel, Mary Magdalene stands as a pivotal figure, bridging the gap between the earthly and the divine. Her role as a teacher and a guide, entrusted with esoteric knowledge by Jesus, underscores her unique position within the early Christian tradition. Through her, the Gospel articulates a vision of spiritual life that is both individual and universal, emphasizing the importance of inner wisdom and personal transformation. One of the central teachings of the Gospel of Mary is its reinterpretation of sin and its relationship to human existence. Rather than presenting sin as an external force or an inherent flaw in humanity, the text frames it as a product of ignorance and misperception. This perspective aligns with broader Gnostic themes, which often emphasize the importance of knowledge, gnosis, in overcoming the illusions of the material world. In this view, salvation is not achieved through external rituals or adherence to dogma, but through a process of awakening to one's true nature and reconnecting with the divine source. Mary Magdalene's role as a bearer of this knowledge highlights her spiritual authority and her capacity to inspire and guide others. In the Gospel of Mary, she is depicted as a figure of strength and clarity, offering comfort to the disciples after Jesus' departure and encouraging them to continue their mission. Her insights into the nature of existence, the human soul, and the divine reflect a profound understanding of Jesus' teachings, suggesting that she held a special place among his followers. This portrayal challenges traditional narratives that have marginalized her role and underscores her importance in the early Christian movement. The philosophical ideas presented in the Gospel of Mary also resonate with broader questions about the nature of reality and the human condition. The text's emphasis on the illusory nature of the material world and the importance of transcending it invites readers to reflect on their own spiritual journey and their relationship with the divine. This perspective challenges the dualistic thinking that often characterizes religious doctrine, offering instead a vision of unity and interconnectedness that transcends physical and spiritual boundaries. Mary Magdalene's ability to navigate the tensions within her community further highlights her resilience and her commitment to her faith. In the Gospel of Mary, her authority is questioned by some of the male disciples, notably Peter, who doubts the legitimacy of her teachings. This skepticism reflects the broader struggles faced by women in the early church and the challenges of asserting spiritual authority in a patriarchal context. Despite this opposition, Mary remains steadfast, defending her insights and emphasizing the authenticity of her relationship with Jesus. Her courage and determination in the face of doubt serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of perseverance and self-belief. The rediscovery of the Gospel of Mary in the modern era has sparked renewed interest in Mary Magdalene and her role in Christian history. Scholars and spiritual seekers alike have been drawn to the text's unique perspective and its portrayal of Mary as a visionary leader. This renewed focus has also led to a re-evaluation of her legacy, challenging the misconceptions and misrepresentations that have long overshadowed her story. By reclaiming Mary Magdalene's role as a spiritual teacher and a source of wisdom, contemporary interpretations offer a more inclusive and nuanced understanding of early Christianity and its teachings. Mary Magdalene's story is not only a testament to her own faith and resilience, but also a reflection of the broader human quest for meaning and connection. Her journey, from her healing by Jesus to her role as a witness to the resurrection and a bearer of esoteric knowledge, embodies the transformative power of faith and the potential for spiritual growth. Her teachings, as preserved in the Gospel of Mary, invite us to explore the depths of our own spirituality and to seek a deeper understanding of the divine. The enduring mystery of Mary Magdalene lies in her ability to transcend the constraints of history and tradition, inspiring generations to question, to seek, and to discover. Her story challenges us to look beyond the surface of established narratives and to engage with the profound truths that lie at the heart of faith and existence. Through her resilience, her wisdom, and her unwavering devotion, Mary Magdalene continues to illuminate the path to spiritual understanding and to remind us of the infinite potential within each of us. As we reflect on her legacy, it becomes clear that Mary Magdalene's significance extends far beyond her historical context. She represents the power of faith to overcome doubt, the importance of knowledge in overcoming ignorance, and the potential for every individual to connect with the divine. Her story, as preserved in the Gospel of Mary and other texts, is a testament to the richness and diversity of early Christian thought and a source of inspiration for all who seek to explore the deeper dimensions of faith and spirituality. Through her teachings and her example, Mary Magdalene invites us to embrace both the challenges and the possibilities of our own spiritual journey, reminding us that the path to enlightenment is one of courage, resilience, and love. The mystery and legacy of Mary Magdalene culminate in her enduring impact on both faith and culture, a resonance that transcends the boundaries of history, theology, and tradition. As one of the most significant figures in the New Testament and a focal point of early Christian communities, her life continues to inspire and challenge us to question established narratives, explore deeper truths, and seek our own spiritual awakening. The debate surrounding Mary Magdalene's historical accuracy and her portrayal in religious texts highlights not only the complexities of her story, but also the ways in which her legacy has been shaped by both cultural forces and spiritual insights. Central to Mary Magdalene's enduring appeal is her role as a witness to the resurrection, a moment that places her at the heart of the Christian narrative. In all four canonical Gospels, Mary Magdalene is depicted as the first to encounter the risen Christ and is entrusted with delivering this revelation to the disciples. This pivotal role not only underscores her spiritual significance, but also challenges societal norms of her time, elevating the testimony of a woman in a patriarchal society. Her presence in this moment reflects a profound theological message. The transformative power of faith is accessible to all, regardless of gender or social standing. Beyond her role as a witness, Mary Magdalene's story invites reflection on the nature of discipleship and the qualities that define a true follower of Jesus. Her unwavering loyalty, her courage in the face of adversity, and her deep understanding of Jesus' teachings set her apart as a model of faith and devotion. Unlike the male disciples, who are often depicted as struggling with doubt and fear, Mary's presence at the crucifixion and her role in the resurrection narrative highlight her strength and resilience. These qualities resonate with believers across generations, offering a timeless example of what it means to live a life rooted in faith and compassion. The rediscovery of texts like the Gospel of Mary has added new dimensions to Mary Magdalene's story, shedding light on her role as a spiritual teacher and a bearer of esoteric knowledge. These texts, excluded from the canonical Bible, portray Mary as a figure of wisdom and insight, entrusted with teachings that delve into profound metaphysical concepts. The Gospel of Mary, in particular, emphasizes the importance of inner knowledge and personal transformation, presenting a vision of salvation that is both individual and universal. This perspective aligns with broader Gnostic themes, which often challenge traditional religious hierarchies and emphasize the direct connection between the individual and the divine. Mary Magdalene's teachings in the Gospel of Mary invite readers to explore the deeper dimensions of faith and the nature of reality. By redefining sin as ignorance and emphasizing the illusory nature of the material world, the text encourages a shift from external rituals to inner spiritual awakening. This approach challenges conventional understandings of salvation, offering instead a vision of faith that is deeply introspective and transformative. Through her role as a guide and a source of wisdom, Mary Magdalene embodies the potential for every individual to embark on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. The challenges Mary faced within her own community further highlight her resilience and her commitment to her faith. In the Gospel of Mary, she encounters skepticism and resistance from some of the male disciples, who question the legitimacy of her teachings and her role as a leader. This tension reflects the broader struggles of women in the early church and the challenges of asserting spiritual authority in a patriarchal context. Despite these obstacles, Mary's determination and clarity of purpose shine through, offering a powerful example of strength and perseverance. Modern interpretations of Mary Magdalene have sought to reclaim her legacy, emphasizing her role as a spiritual leader and a symbol of empowerment. These interpretations often draw on both historical scholarship and contemporary spiritual perspectives, presenting Mary as a figure who transcends traditional boundaries and invites us to explore the deeper dimensions of faith and existence. Her story challenges us to question established narratives and to seek a more inclusive and nuanced understanding of early Christianity and its teachings. Mary Magdalene's legacy also extends beyond the realm of theology, influencing art, literature, and popular culture. From the works of Renaissance painters to contemporary novels and films, her story has been reimagined and reinterpreted in countless ways, reflecting the enduring fascination with her character and her significance. These representations often explore themes of redemption, transformation, and the search for divine truth, drawing on the rich symbolism associated with Mary Magdalene to offer insights into the human condition. In addition to her cultural impact, Mary Magdalene's story continues to inspire spiritual seekers and religious communities around the world. Her journey, from her healing by Jesus to her role as a witness to the resurrection and a bearer of esoteric knowledge, reflects the transformative power of faith and the potential for spiritual growth. Her teachings, as preserved in the Gospel of Mary and other texts, invite us to explore the depths of our own spirituality and to seek a deeper understanding of the divine. The enduring mystery of Mary Magdalene lies in her ability to transcend the constraints of history and tradition, inspiring generations to question, to seek, and to discover. Her story challenges us to look beyond the surface of established narratives and to engage with the profound truths that lie at the heart of faith and existence. Through her resilience, her wisdom, and her unwavering devotion, Mary Magdalene continues to illuminate the path to spiritual understanding and to remind us of the infinite potential within each of us. As we reflect on her legacy, it becomes clear that Mary Magdalene's significance extends far beyond her historical context. She represents the power of faith to overcome doubt, the importance of knowledge in overcoming ignorance, and the potential for every individual to connect with the divine. Her story, as preserved in the Gospel of Mary and other texts, is a testament to the richness and diversity of early Christian thought, and a source of inspiration for all who seek to explore the deeper dimensions of faith and spirituality. Through her teachings and her example, Mary Magdalene invites us to embrace both the challenges and the possibilities of our own spiritual journey, reminding us that the path to enlightenment is one of courage, resilience, and love. Mary Magdalene's story, though deeply rooted in early Christian tradition, transcends its historical and theological origins to inspire profound philosophical reflections on faith, identity, and the human connection to the divine. Over the centuries, her narrative has been interpreted, reinterpreted, and contested, evolving into a powerful symbol of resilience, wisdom, and the potential for transformation. The enduring mystery surrounding her life and her role in the Christian story invites us to explore not only her legacy, but also the broader implications of her teachings for understanding spirituality and human potential. At the heart of Mary Magdalene's story lies her profound relationship with Jesus, which has been the subject of extensive analysis and speculation. In the canonical Gospels, she is portrayed as one of his most devoted followers, someone who remained by his side during his most pivotal moments. Her unwavering loyalty, from the crucifixion to the resurrection, underscores her deep connection to his mission and message. Yet, the nature of their relationship remains an open question. Was she simply a faithful disciple, or did she share a unique bond with Jesus that went beyond traditional understandings of teacher and follower? The Gospel of Mary presents an intriguing perspective on this question, depicting Mary Magdalene as a recipient of special teachings from Jesus. These teachings delve into profound metaphysical concepts, exploring the nature of sin, the soul's journey, and the ultimate union with the divine. Unlike the canonical Gospels, which often focus on external actions and events, the Gospel of Mary emphasizes the inner dimensions of faith and the transformative power of spiritual knowledge. This portrayal of Mary as a spiritual leader and a source of wisdom challenges conventional narratives and elevates her role within the early Christian community. One of the most compelling aspects of the Gospel of Mary is its exploration of sin and salvation. In this text, sin is not presented as a universal condition or an external force, but as a product of ignorance and misunderstanding. This perspective shifts the focus from punishment and guilt to self-awareness and personal growth. Salvation, in this framework, is not achieved through adherence to external laws or rituals, but through an inner awakening to one's true nature and the divine essence that resides within. This radical rethinking of sin and salvation aligns with broader Gnostic themes, which often emphasize the importance of knowledge, gnosis, in overcoming the illusions of the material world. Mary Magdalene's role as a teacher and a guide in the Gospel of Mary highlights her spiritual authority and her capacity to inspire and lead others. After Jesus' departure, the disciples are depicted as confused and fearful, struggling to understand their mission without their teacher's presence. Mary steps forward with confidence and clarity, sharing the wisdom she received from Jesus and encouraging the disciples to continue their work. Her strength and insight in this moment underscore her unique position within the early Christian movement and her ability to navigate the challenges of her time. The tension between Mary Magdalene and the male disciples, particularly Peter, further illustrates the complexities of her role. In the Gospel of Mary, Peter questions the legitimacy of her teachings and her close relationship with Jesus, reflecting broader struggles within the early church regarding the roles of women and the distribution of spiritual authority. Despite this resistance, Mary defends her insights and her place within the community, demonstrating resilience and determination in the face of doubt. This dynamic not only highlights the challenges faced by women in the early church, but also underscores Mary's strength as a spiritual leader. Modern interpretations of Mary Magdalene have sought to reclaim her legacy, emphasizing her role as a visionary and a symbol of empowerment. Her story has inspired a wide range of cultural and spiritual movements, from feminist theology to contemporary explorations of the divine feminine. These interpretations often draw on the themes of the Gospel of Mary and other Gnostic texts, presenting Mary as a figure who transcends traditional boundaries and invites us to explore the deeper dimensions of faith and existence. The symbolic aspects of Mary Magdalene's story further enrich her legacy. She is often associated with themes of redemption, transformation, and the search for divine truth. In some interpretations, she represents the human soul's journey toward enlightenment, a process of overcoming ignorance and reconnecting with the divine source. This symbolism aligns with the teachings of the Gospel of Mary, which emphasize the importance of inner knowledge and the interconnectedness of all creation. Through her story, Mary invites us to reflect on our own spiritual journey and to seek a deeper understanding of the divine. The cultural and artistic impact of Mary Magdalene's story cannot be overstated. From the works of Renaissance painters to modern novels and films, her character has been reimagined and reinterpreted in countless ways, reflecting the enduring fascination with her life and legacy. These representations often explore the tension between historical accuracy and creative interpretation, offering new insights into her role within the Christian tradition and her significance as a symbol of faith and resilience. In addition to her cultural impact, Mary Magdalene's teachings continue to resonate with spiritual seekers and religious communities around the world. Her emphasis on inner transformation, the rejection of material attachments, and the pursuit of divine knowledge offers a timeless framework for exploring the deeper dimensions of faith and spirituality. Her story challenges us to look beyond external rituals and doctrines and to engage with the profound truths that lie at the heart of human existence. As we reflect on Mary Magdalene's legacy, it becomes clear that her story is not confined to the past, but continues to inspire and challenge us in the present. Whether seen as a historical figure, a spiritual visionary, or a symbolic archetype, she embodies the transformative power of faith and the potential for spiritual growth. Her journey, from her healing by Jesus to her role as a witness to the resurrection and a bearer of esoteric knowledge, serves as a powerful reminder of the richness and diversity of early Christian thought and the enduring quest for understanding. Mary Magdalene's legacy invites us to embrace the complexities and contradictions of her story, to question established narratives, and to seek our own path to spiritual awakening. Through her teachings, her resilience, and her unwavering devotion, she continues to illuminate the path to divine connection and to remind us of the infinite possibilities within each of us. Her story is a testament to the power of faith to transform lives, the importance of knowledge in overcoming ignorance, and the potential for every individual to connect with the divine and manifest its reality in their lives. Mary Magdalene's legacy is a testament to the profound complexities of faith, devotion, and human potential. From her portrayal in the New Testament to her depiction in the Gospel of Mary and other Gnostic texts, she emerges as a figure of unparalleled strength, wisdom, and resilience. Her journey reflects the transformative power of spiritual knowledge and the capacity for individuals to transcend societal norms, challenging the limitations imposed by tradition and patriarchal structures. As a devoted disciple, a witness to the resurrection, and a bearer of esoteric teachings, Mary Magdalene's story resonates across centuries, inspiring believers and seekers to question, reflect, and grow. Her role as a spiritual leader and a source of divine insight challenges the boundaries of traditional theology and invites us to explore the deeper dimensions of faith, knowledge, and the human connection to the divine. Modern interpretations have reclaimed her story from centuries of distortion, presenting her not as a repentant sinner, but as a visionary and a leader whose legacy continues to inspire. Her teachings in the Gospel of Mary, emphasizing inner transformation, the rejection of ignorance, and the pursuit of unity with the divine, offer a timeless message of hope and empowerment. Mary's courage in the face of doubt, her unwavering devotion, and her profound understanding of Jesus' teachings remind us of the enduring strength of the human spirit. Mary Magdalene's story is a call to action, a reminder to seek deeper truths, to embrace resilience, and to trust in the transformative power of faith and knowledge. Whether viewed as a historical figure, a spiritual guide, or a symbolic representation of human potential, her legacy continues to illuminate the path for those who seek meaning and connection in their own lives. In the end, Mary Magdalene's life and teachings encourage us to bridge the divide between faith and reason, tradition and exploration. Her story is a beacon for all who yearn to transcend limitations, to question established norms, and to discover the profound truths that lie within. Through her example, she invites us to embark on our own journeys of self-discovery and spiritual awakening, reminding us that the divine is not something distant or external, but a reality to be embraced within ourselves.